Westerfield Tolbert for those who have tuned in for the first time. It's Thursday at the moment, out in front of my home. I was walking my pet tortoise, giving him a chance to graze. He's a big fan of cloves and dandelions. The weather's nice today, so I'm letting him out. While I was out here waiting on him, letting him do his thing, I just let him graze and I just watch for hawks and bigger predators that could fan him away. We haven't had any issues yet, so that's always a plus. But when I was out here looking at traffic, something kind of jumped out at me, and so I wanted to share it. What I saw was first I saw a public water utility truck, and it drove by, and it was white with blue and a couple of different hues of blue on it. After that, I saw a Spectrum truck also drive by. Again, it was white with different shades of blue hues. And then I saw an Amazon truck, and everyone knows that Amazon has the blue smiley arrow pointing towards the future, right? And what it appeared to me, or what the observation was, is that when companies are marketing, there's something in the analytics that tells them that if I want to be recognized as a utility or a public utility, hues of blue uh, are colors that are familiar to people that would increase that sense of security and stability. Thus, what you would want to feel with a public utility. And with that, I was thinking that is the primary reason that Amazon went with the blue smiley face because they want to be considered as ubiquitous as a public utility might be and provide services that people can't otherwise live without. So, just an analysis, something for people to think about when they're building their marketing. Your colors are extremely important. You want to choose colors that are familiar to people, that are engaging, and that also incorporate your brand colors and can be consistent. At the end of the day, you want to be true to your brand, but can't fight the science. And it's also important to recognize that the analytics are going to tell you what are registering with people, and the analytics will also tell you is coming up for people. And so you'll know how to shift and adjust and pivot when it's necessary. It won't always be necessary to shift and adjust and pivot. Oftentimes, you may want to double down with your marketing and your branding to build a stronger brand presence. But at the same time, if you want to be ubiquitous and you want to be like a public utility and have that staying power in the environment, you're going to want to choose colors and branding that register with people, and that's um, very same lane. Over time, once you've built a brand that is stable and that people recognize, then you can deviate from the norm and you can try other things. But in the beginning, you want to build something that people will easily recognize and then leave the pivoting for another day. In reality, branding is complicated, but it doesn't have to be. As long as you're building systems around what is best for you and your enterprise, while you're doing your due diligence and you're doing all those discovery questions, you'll determine what systems are going to be most necessary for you to launch your business and your enterprise and to be consistent. And once you've built those systems in and you've secured your documentation is very important because you want to have that in place so that if at any given time the person who is fulfilling that role needs to leave that role to fulfill the obligation, they can easily hand that over to somebody else and they can pick up where they left off. It's very important that you take the time to build up your documentation around all the systems and processes that you use in your business, not just your branding and marketing, but also your financing, your operations, because these are roles that at scale you're going to have to eventually turn over to somebody else. And when you do that, you are going to want those things on paper and somewhere where people can recognize it, easily find it, and improve it over time. If it's not written down, it's very difficult to improve over time. Those are just some of the thoughts that I had while I was out here. Again, just allowing my pet tortoise to do some grazing. He loves the dandelions and the cloves, and that allows me some time to just pause and think. It's a little bit of rush hour, just some traffic detours, so uh, just people watching, traffic watching, and watching him. But other than that, cheers, and we'll chat soon.